That's just standard procedure in history. You then attack black churches, black colleges with truck bombs or mass shooters. But a truck bomb is great when you're desperate because you don't even have to wind up a shooter. You just do it and claim a Trump supporter did it. So they have already said, Senator Blumenthal that's run the attacks on me and others have said, they've introduced legislation that when he's president-elect, it's not just 112 days of the election, or 113. It's that in that 79 days from the early November to January 20th, when he gets inaugurated, that's 79 days. The Democrats have said there's going to be massive civil unrest. And when Trump tries to call up the National Guard under the Insurrection Act, they've introduced a bill to strip him of that power, which is a coup against the executive. So they've already been going for hours. They pre-programmed all of this, where they're going to stage attacks on black people. That's all pre-programmed, all the shows, all the movies, everything. Say Trump supporters behind it, and they believe that will trump, pun intended, everything Trump is saying, everything Trump is doing. So we're entering.
You think they'll try to start some type of race war or massive civil unrest based on like a false flag attack that's may not be an assassination, but is just to destabilize the public and to just introduce chaos into the process?
Yeah, let's be clear, Tim. I don't think I know.
Right.
You have to understand, there's a Rand Corporation 34-step ladder they've had since the 50s. It's been updated that shows how nuclear war starts. We're at like 29 in Ukraine.
Right.
So this stuff has all been ridiculously working. So it's not that I'm that smart. I know about Operation Gladio when the Russians took over most of Europe. The West staged terror attacks, and I hate the communists. I mean, I had family involved in Gladio. You know, let's on the periphery, I'll leave it at that. So the point is, I know about all this. Like if your dad's a mechanic, you know how to fix a diesel engine. Okay, so I know about this stuff. So the West had stay behind networks when the Russians took over part of Eastern Europe and part of Western Europe, like Germany, East Germany. They had groups that staged terror attacks to level on the Russians. And the Russians did similar stuff, but the West was so good at it with Hollywood, the media, Operation Gladio. So this is Gladio 2.0. They just shot the Slovakian president 5 times. He lived. They're trying to kill Viktor Orban, trying to stop World War III. We are in direct war with Russia. And Trump is saying the military-industrial complex, I'm not doing that. This is stupid for business. He doesn't feel powerful killing people. He doesn't think war is sexy because he's not a pussy. So I'm telling you, the default is truck bombs, poison Trump, shoot him if they can, and then separately stage terror attacks against the pre-programming's there. It's black people. They're going to hit black people with massive terror attacks. I mean, we may have hundreds dead at a church, hundreds dead at a college, and they're going to say a Trump supporter did it. Now, that's their next move. Do they got the guts to pull it? I think they do.
What is your read on what happened with Biden? What is happening with Biden? What is happening in the Democratic Party? What do you think is going on since that debate? What do you feel like is happening, and what do you think ends up happening with him?
What if he listened to the doubters? What if she wasn't obsessed?
Well, I got banned twice. They first banned me 6 years ago, then 4 years ago. I'm not trying to rob us.
What we got in the chat? Monolith, what's good, bro? I'm taking my hair down, enjoying this not 100-degree weather yet. I'm subbing to your channel out. Subbing to your channel now, Monolith. I'm going sub for sub. Anybody that comment. What you got going today?
12 people, the headline was, labeled as dangerous persons by Facebook. And Louis Farrakhan, myself, 2 of my reporters, 12 people were listed as dangerous persons. And they
What
said,
they got going in the
look
chat
this up.
today?
It doesn't sound real, folks. I swear to God, it's real. Look it up. You just look up 12 people banned under dangerous persons by Facebook. And it said, you're allowed to call for violence against these 12 evil people because they're so bad, they're so dangerous, they're so evil. We had lawyers call them. They took it down after a month. It was insane. But people saw the rules of service. They said, well, we're going to kill you. They came to my
Goat, what's
office.
good?
I had to get security.
What's good, Goat? What you got going today? I'm finna sub to your channel now. Who's your favorite character on One Piece?
Hi there. I'd love to show you what a K-12 powered school is really.
They said, well, we're going to kill you. They came to my office. I had to get security, which it's been insane. Now, the reason I raised that is, what was your first? I went down around.
About Biden and about what do you think is going to happen and what's your read on that? I mean, that's obviously this terrible story that happened to Trump, but before that, the big story was, Biden being a corpse.
Out of his mind. So I remember now.
Yeah.
Why did they ban me? Look it up. I said Biden's had multiple strokes. Biden has had all sorts of medical issues. And so he is out of his mind. He is completely crazy. He needs to not run. So this is right when he was running. That's their excuse. And that's why they took me off the internet, was saying 5-6 years ago that he was out of his mind. So that's their only, move. And Biden has had multiple brain surgeries. Biden is completely out of his mind. He can't operate after 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And so they don't know what to do. And so because they waited so long, they don't have runway to replace him now. Congressionally and constitutionally, he has the $90+ million the DNC has. Kamala Harris has it. So they waited so long. He was supposed to already step down. Because he won't step down, they don't have a way to make him step down. And so out of pure panic, they're like, my God, Trump's 20 points ahead. What do? We kill him. We kill Trump. And so that's what's happening is that
Appreciate the light.
Biden has no idea what he's doing. He is completely living on another planet. And so that's why I'm trying to explain to people, we are in a constitutional, total and complete crisis. Okay?
I've talked to more people, over the last few days, like
What's
you
good?
said,
What we got in the live today?
that
Drop a
are
comment.
really panicked, and they're not people that you would think, right? I mean, these are, very successful people. They're smart people, and they feel like we're in a complete, we're spiraling out of control. And they look at this attempt at Trump's life, and it terrifies people. And by the way, these are not hysterics. These are not people that they ignored a lot of stuff up until this point, but I'm sure you've talked to some of them too that are texting me. Liberals, Alex, liberals, Democrats are texting me going, what the fuck is going on? It's not just conservatives. Liberals are going, I'm panicked. What is this?
Well, exactly. And that's such an important thing to say. I want to be clear to all the people out there. I was arrested by George W. Bush. Right. I'm a classical liberal. Everybody knows that who's followed me. Okay?
Ibrahim, what's good? I'm finna sub to your channel now.
Democrats used to be overall better than Republicans until Obama came along and, he said, I'm really good at killing people with drones. And so the Democratic Party is now owned by BlackRock. They're owned by the big banks. The Republicans are just as bad, except Trump.
Ibrahim, what you got going today?
Movement got a beachhead to Ron Paul, who started all that.
I just sub Ibram.
Rand Paul in the Republican Party. So our beachhead has taken over about 55% right now. That's why they're panicked, Republican Party. Because once we get full control of one party, we can.
What's good, EK? Damn what? Got sub back. I'm subbing all commenters. Drop a like when you stop by. Drop a comment. I'm gonna comment back, shout you out, and sub you up. EK, damn what?
My God, the Democratic Party used to be against the CIA and against wars and against surveillance and against censorship. Now they love it.
They love it.
And so they love it. So my thing to liberals is, listen, guys, I'm not some ultra right-wing guy that wants to put you in jail because you're gay or whatever. That is all a lie, folks. And Trump's not that. Trump is a casino and hotel and golf course owner. And he's a hospitality guy. And he's all about what makes money for people makes him money. He's all about good times, man. Trump is all about good times. He's optimistic. He wants to have prosperity. He wants to bring jobs back. And the globalists want austerity to consolidate power under the central bank digital currency, under the ESGs, under the social credit score. Under the ESGs, under the social credit score. So that's why they're mad at Trump, because he went to China and said, half the money goes to middlemen. China loved him actually at the end. He said, you can keep the money and we get half of it to our workers. So Trump is literally in the people's corner in that he is a hotel owner,
Right.
a casino owner. And he wants money. He wants success.
He wants I truly believe, listening to him, he wants standards of living to go up. And I think that there's a lot of people...
Because his whole life, where does he make money, Tim? Where does he make money?
When people come to resorts and hotels and people have disposable income.
Yeah, so I know Trump well.
Yeah.
He went to Kim Jong-un, who cried. And people said he cried the private meeting. He came out and cried. And Trump showed him a DVD graphic of South Korea as the most populous, most successful per capita country in the world. Per capita, South Korea is the most successful in the world. He said, you're the same people. He showed him a DVD computer program of hotels, golf courses, and casinos, and said within 10 years, we will free all your people. You'll be making $100 billion a year. And Kim Jong-un said, he cried and said, China runs me. And Trump said, I know. So Trump does not like war. He doesn't. He wants golf courses and hotels and casinos. He wants the good times, folks.
Right.
So that's why the globalists don't want Trump, because they're like, you naive son of a bitch. This is about power. We don't want casinos. We don't want hotels. We don't want golf courses. We don't like you banging hot hookers. you suck. And Trump's like, I love everybody. So here's the deal. They're coming after Trump. The fact that they missed and didn't kill him means they're going to escalate this. And I personally, I'm going to leave this at this. I don't talk about inside baseball. Personally, got the message of Trump this morning. And I said, if you go to Milwaukee, they might do a truck bomb. And he said, you be a pussy. He's going to Milwaukee. And I get it. The guy's got incredible fortitude. He's got incredible fortitude. Yeah, but I'm just saying, he's not a pussy to like back off right now.
No.
He's going to win this thing.
There needs to be security measures there for sure. Do we know anything about this shooter other than the fact that he was a kid that lived in Pennsylvania and was in a BlackRock commercial that they filmed at his house? Yes, sir.
I want to be completely clear here. We don't need to ask about him or anything about him because none of that's real.
Okay.
The Secret Service does one thing. They protect the president, and the default of the Secret Service is to cover the rooftops a half mile out. This wasn't 1,000 yards. It wasn't 3,000 yards out. This was 450 feet from the president, and someone told them, don't put people on the roof when Trump gives a speech. There's no debate. They stood down. They were ordered to do it, guaranteed by the Biden administration. So that's what's happening right now. And if you think they tried to kill him yesterday and shot him through the ear, like perfect hole right in the ear, if you think they aren't going to go for broke now, when this just is like Super Mario Brothers where you eat the mushroom and you're invincible.
Do you think the people in his organization get it? The things that you were saying and that you believe and that you are, talking about here tonight, do the people in his organization share those views? Do they understand what they're up against, in your estimation?
Yeah. Here's the thing about Trump. I've done a psychological study of him. I forget the top guy in the 60s and 70s that made records about self-help and believing it's going to happen. It's like Oprah Winfrey, The Secret.
Okay.
Trump listened to that record like 500 times or more. And I've literally told Trump, and I've told his people, you've got to back off. You've already won. You got to stop. And Trump said, screw you. I'm not a pussy. If they want to. So the problem is his people have already told him this. And Trump is such a maniac, which he's probably right. He believes if he just goes out there, he'll be on the road more now. He doesn't care. And so that's Trump. He believes he is invincible, and he doesn't care. And now that he just got grazed and died, he's a maniac. And that's why, let me tell you something. Trump's not perfect. He made mistakes, did stuff I didn't like. I don't have to get curry with liberals and make them, oh, you're not, you don't like, no. I disagree with Trump on a lot of stuff. Warp speed, all of it got roped into it. I know him well. When I got married 8 years ago to my wife, my second wife, he called her for 10 minutes, told her how great I was. He was like, he called me on my birthday. Still calls me, just as, like, the guy is a machine. And he's all into loyalty. And his issue is that he thinks he's invincible.
I'll tell you this.
And maybe he is.
I know some people that know him, and they know him well, and they all love him. They all like him. They have said to me, and you will probably agree, that there are people in his circle, whether it's the inner circle or the outer circle or whichever circle it is, that they do not trust.
Oh, he 100%. The biggest threat to Trump is the poisoning his food. And that's why Trump's a great guy, okay? He's a nice guy. He's always a big temper. He takes care of everybody. He has a soft spot for black people. I'm about to say that. It's well known. He'll buy their mortgage, randomly give them, double their pay because they're a little black lady. He has a thing for black people. It's just well known for his crew. Because they're his crew. Other businessmen, he wants to battle them. But
what y'all got going today? Who we got in the chat?
What was your point about Trump?
I was just saying there's people in his circle that I've been told that from people that know him and like him and know a little bit about his circle, they believe that there are people in there that are not trustworthy.
No, 100%. And so that's his biggest failure. Kushner, horrible, Google double agent, horrible person. And his loyalty. That's why the chief of staff, General Kelly at the time, 5 years ago, look it up, said General Kelly's main job was keeping Trump away from Alex Jones. Because back then I was talking to him every 2 days. And I was like, hey, you know Fiona Hill's Bilderberg. You know Fiona Hill, you know this guy is George Soros Foundation. He goes, no, send that to me. So I would have law firms. And this is, I've been talking a lot about this. I don't want to put myself out there as a target. I'm not trying to brag and sound powerful, folks. Nobody, they all knew, no one would tell them. So I had law firms. I had Baker Hostetler, which is the biggest Republican law firm. So I know he'd pay attention to that. He'd say, give me a report on that. Like when Elon Musk 6 months ago said, give me a report on the PR firms around the Sandy Hook thing on you. And so Trump would say, give me a report. So I would go pay $50,000 per memo. And I would have like the deputy head of the FCC, you name it, write a memo to him about
Who we got in the
here's
chat today? Who we got in the chat?
Here's how they're doing it. Here's
Now
the
drop a
people in your
comment.
administration. And when I did that, the CIA went ape shit and literally had me fall at home. They threatened my family. They completely came after me, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. But I don't say this to like act cool, Tim. This is what happened.
He was
It
good.
wasn't that he didn't have people around him that knew what was going on. They were scared to tell him. I knew how to use Google. And I'm like, okay, well, here, who is General McMaster? Who is Fiona Hill? Who is... And I
Trying
would
to sub
send
your
him
channel
reports,
now.
hundreds of thousands of
Appreciate the
dollars
likes.
with law firms.
Who else we got in here?
What happened? They called me up to D.C. They said, we want to meet with you about Trump. So I go to D.C. 6 years ago. Trump's in office for about a year. And I get there, and I'm at the top of this huge building, 50 stories high. And they said, you agree this meeting's off record? That's why it's off record. I won't say who was there. And the richest man in the world, at the time, said, how would you like $50 million a year for a free speech foundation? But we want you to stop and listen to us right now. And I said, I thought I came here about another meeting. And they said, no, you're here about this. And I said, no. They said, you made a big mistake and literally poked me in the chest. And they filed suits the next week. So I've literally been in the high-rise buildings, offered $50 million to turn against America and do it, which is easy. I love America. I love freedom. Shit, I love being a rebel. But I'm trying to explain to people, they just tried to kill Trump. What are they going to do next? False flags. You name it.
Do you think
everything
people,
is on the table?
do you think, and I don't even want to say names, but you know, you have people like Elon Musk who took a very high-profile stance that says, I endorse Trump. Like, do you think there are other people that are in danger of all kinds of things, whether maybe it's not violence, maybe it's their businesses being attacked, maybe it's their, you know, livelihood? Do you think that this is something that is, you know, obviously it centers Trump in your estimation, but is it bigger than him and broader than him?
Yeah, I mean, let's be 100% clear. Elon Musk was the second richest person in the world at the time, because it goes back and forth. People can guess who it was. Let's just say you get a lot of package deliveries to your house every day from us, and it symbols a little devil tail. Know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, absolutely, Elon Musk is a maverick, and he's anti-establishment, and he knows how to dominate. So he sees we're winning. So people say, is he good? Is he bad? He sees we're winning. He's on our side. He's dominating. He's doing a great job. 100%. You've got Brazil. You've got Australia. You've got the EU with criminal charges they're announcing for Elon Musk. Elon Musk is 100% on our side. He's all in. He has endorsed Trump, and it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. So this is an epic moment to be alive. Elon Musk has never offered me money. Elon Musk has never tried to get me to do anything he wants. I've talked to him, a lot. Done interviews, talked to him. I'll leave it at that. That's inside baseball. He's good friends with Joe. We're all, fellow Austinites. But Elon Musk sees America winning. Elon Musk sees humanity winning. He's on our team. So yeah, of course they're after Elon Musk. Of course they're trying to put Elon Musk in prison because he's real. But the other person, now that owns that big shipping company, that owns a big grocery store, they literally thought, like, hey, that's 50 million so. And I said, no. They said, well, we're really surprised you made that
And
decision.
I know you don't want to say the name, but would a good guess be Jeff Bezos?
Oh, no, certainly not.
Okay, right.
The only reason I say this is,
Thank God I'm wrong. Of course, it's not him.
Yeah, I want to keep having these meetings. Here's the deal.
Right.
I'm not bragging, it's true. I've been in meetings with Bilderberg Group members,
Yeah.
billionaires, flown out to Bel Air, flown out to DC, flown out to London. I've sat there at literal British royalties' houses, and they're like, hey man, we want you to join our team. How much money you want? And I'm like, does the money include all World War III? It's not hard, but I'm not that important. I'm like a baseball card. Globalists don't collect baseball cards, they collect people, Tim.
Yeah.
And so I don't tell you these stories to try to act powerful or...
No. Listen. I've listened to you for years and years and years, and I know that you truly are deeply misunderstood. And people talk about you. They don't understand that you have a libertarian streak. That you're a lover of freedom, as we can see right now. You deeply care about the country, and you are a guy that when you disagree with Trump, you'll say it. When you agree with Trump, you'll say it. When you agree with Democrats, you'll say it. What do you think is the biggest vulnerability? Because obviously Trump is way ahead. He's way ahead in the polls. What's his biggest vulnerability
What y'all got going today?
electorally? Do you believe there's any, or do you believe it's pretty much the election's pretty much been decided at this moment?
Mark Zuckerberg paid $400-something million 4 years ago to steal the election and to get a database of dead people who lived outside state. And so they can steal, depending on the actuary, 5 to 6%. So if Trump's winning by 5%, they can steal it. So we saw in Pennsylvania or Michigan where Trump's like this, organic curve, then bloop, Biden goes above it. So Trump's biggest weakness is they're going to kill him. They already tried to kill him yesterday. So they have nothing to lose. They don't care. They're going to try it again. So Trump's biggest issue is his mortality. It's his humanity.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are, Tim.
And people are pretty cavalier about this. I've seen a lot of people in my life that it's not comedians because their job's to make jokes and that's completely fine. But I'm talking about real people that aren't attaching the importance to it that should be. I mean, this is when you see a bullet whiz by the head of the front runner for the Republican, for the presidency. At this point, he's the nominee. He will be officially the nominee in 3 days. He's the front runner. And if you look at the polls, he's essentially the president-elect. And a bullet whizzed by his head, and I feel like people aren't attaching the significance to it that some people are, the people that are kind of surprising me. But then there's a lot of people that just feel like they're kind of just taking it in stride. And they go, yeah, well, it's a violent country. I'm like, I don't think that's the takeaway.
Yeah. I totally agree. They're delusional.
Right.
And if they kill Trump, it's going to be 10 times worse for them.
No, I know.
And that's the thing.
And this guy has a wife and a family, and there is something very callous about the way that people have responded to it.
Yeah, let's be clear. Let's be clear. I guarantee you, the pussies that are just talking about, so what? I saw like a CIA lady showed like the Grim Reaper with one of those claw games where you get the toy out and they're mad because it almost got Trump. They're like flirting with disaster and Armageddon, and like they're laughing because I know these CIA people. I know these operatives. I've studied them. They don't get the wheelhouse they're in, and so they think it's like really tough and cool and funny. The average CIA analyst cannot wipe their own ass. It's like Chucky Schumer a month ago on Father's Day couldn't cook a hamburger. He has a raw hamburger with a piece of cheese on it. These people are aliens. And so they thought they'd intimidated America, Tim. They thought America was done. They thought we were idiots. No, we were asleep. And now they think bumping us in the face and messing with us is making us back down, and they're about to find out the opposite. So all bets are off. They're going to try to kill Trump again. They're going to stage false flags. It's the next move. It's so easy to say what comes next. And so that's why I'm begging everybody to follow me real on shows. I'm begging people to pray for Trump. I'm begging people to understand, because if you look at the average CIA analyst, they don't even want combat vets anymore in the CIA because they're scared of them. They have like weird college degree women. I think it's women, but it's like literally 50-year-old women that hate men and can't fight their way out of a paper bag are literally wargaming how they're going to kick our ass.
What do you think they're planning? I mean, you know, they're running articles in the Military Times saying the draft should come back. And this is, you know, they're saying they want a draft. They're saying, you know, what are they? The generals are saying war with China is inevitable within 5 years. You've seen what they've done in the Ukraine. They've pushed the Ukraine war to the brink where we're almost in a hot war with Russia. They've supplied Ukraine with weapons that can reach Russia, can hit Russia, or they at least were claiming they were going to, and that might not have gone through. But there is this, what is coming? What are they, I mean, Boeing is killing everyone in the office. In Boeing, you walk in the office, you're dead. You're poisoned. What? And that's our biggest national security company. What is happening?
Jim, that's a perfect analogy. You got to go on my show.
Yeah.
I came on yours. You better come on the show.
I will.
Perfect. Boeing's killed a bunch of their employees. The evidence is overwhelming. Because they think that fixes it. It makes it worse.
It's not good. They're killing everyone.
It's a total and absolute Streisand effect.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are, is that the deep state's dying, the deep state's falling apart, and their answer is just launch another war. In the EU, Germany, Sweden, France have announced national dress, and the public's protesting it. And they're saying, our new economy, don't worry, is war with Russia. The West started that 11 years ago. They overthrew the Ukrainian government. They started it. I'm not a fan of Russia. They're not perfect. The point is that exactly, they are starting this war. They're accelerating this war. And Trump is saying he's not part of this war. So the system is in complete panic mode, trying to stop it.
And you think that they need this war for the new economic realities that are coming with AI, with technology, with all of the, you know, advancements that we're seeing? People's jobs are going away, and you think that this new world order, as you know, the term is that needs to be focused on permanent, unending war.
Well, if you're a globalist, if you're a globalist, oh, sorry, I'm really exhausted, but it's 5 a.m. If you're a globalist, you don't care about people dying. You don't care about war. You don't care about depression. You need an excuse to unify people around what you're doing. And so they're trying, like Hitler when he was losing against England and against North Africa, he invades Russia. That'll unify the Germans. I'll just go attack Russia. They're in full panic mode.
Yeah, it's scary stuff. Definitely appreciate you coming on to talk about this. How are you going to be at the convention?
Jim, I'll be completely honest with you. her to die.
Yeah.
So we're on the verge. I don't just say this, listeners. I'm physically sick right now.
Yeah. We don't want you to die.
No, I'm trying to explain this.
Yeah.
This is not. I'm not playing games. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to listen to me very carefully.
What's good? We got in the chat
I've
today.
always followed my intellectual analysis of history. Okay. And I'm here in Northern California. We just infiltrated Bohemian Grove again. Let's break in. And I have my 7-year-old daughter with me and my wife with me, and I've got 3 other older children. I can't get on your show and lie to you. So,
Ryan, our mate is in danger. I can sense it. $426 billion in delinquent property taxes.
We're going to continue to fight for what's right. We're going to continue to take down this curtain of lies and let the people know that it does matter.
Just stand on this note. It doesn't matter who he is. It doesn't matter why he did it. The fact is that he tried to kill President Trump. That's it. And we are here to condemn those actions, to say violence is not the answer. Violence should not breed more violence.
Now you're a Trump supporter.
Very much so, yes, sir.
And you're real vocal about it.
Yes, sir.
Trump hat,
Yes,
Trump
sir.
mask,
Socks.
socks.
Yeah. What else? T-shirts. I got a Trump. I left my wallet. I got a card, a presidential advisory committee Trump card. All that, man. First president I ever heard say he grabbed women by the and he didn't apologize for it. That was a man to me, man.
You know, a lot of people didn't like that, but you like that.
And man, he said when you're rich and as powerful as he's rich and powerful, he said women love it. He said they love it. You can just walk up to him and grab him by the and he ain't lying. We do it at the strip club with the money. Get the grab, and he ain't got that permission. We do it in the club all the time, huh? And the woman turn around, say, "What's up, baby?" We grab and our friend grab her, but with the money, she don't mind. So in his world, he just was captured speaking the truth, and he didn't apologize for it. So I said, God damn. Okay.
So that's what grabbed you?
Yeah.
Before, like, any of the politics or anything?
Well, and then we grew up admiring him and praising him through rap music, right? He was always an icon, he was always an icon in hip-hop culture.
Yeah. And you're real vocal about it. Like, there's a lot of Trump supporters who are kind of undercover.
Yeah.
They don't want to be, they don't kind of want to be, they
don't want to claim.
What's the word I'm looking for? They don't want to be
with
judged.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because Trump, it's cool to not like Trump.
Yeah.
You know, so for any black person that's out about it, you know, you looked at as a coon or Uncle Tom.
It's cool to like Trump now.
You know, speak about, you know, why you're so vocal about it and, you know, just the overall, why you like him so much. Besides the grabbing of the
when everybody go right, I want to go wrong. Because it's been my honest observation that when everybody is in agreement of something and everybody is against one thing, usually that's
What we got in the chat today? What y'all got going today?
Abajo, de aquel lado.